Hi everyone, this is the Master Healer coming to you guys with a quick teaching message for a lot of you guys to understand when coming to life. One of the most important things I have realized in life that you have to test people out before you let them come into your circle. You must test people, you must put them through the ringer sometimes because sometimes people will come into your life, people will see you, like you, offer emotions, whether it's a man or woman. And sometimes you have to test people out to see where their head is at, to see where the emotions is at, see where the mental health is at, before you let them come into your circle. Bring them around your family or anything like that. I believe in that 100%. You have to test people because you do not know where people come from. You do not know what people went through in the background, in their life. You do not know all kind of stuff. Sometimes people can be crazy, all kind of stuff. So you have to check people out. So one of the things I always tell people, like, let's say you're a woman and you're dating a man, I always believe sometimes you have to fake certain things sometimes to test the person out. A lot of people believe in that. A lot of old school people believe in that. You have to test people. Sometimes you might have to fake it sick sometimes just for a little bit. I always believe in that. I always tell people, do not get married to somebody until either you get sick or something like that. This minor sickness, nothing to say like it's an autoimmune disease or anything like that. You don't wait for that. But you just want to get sick. Maybe you come down with a flu or something like that now. Or maybe you just fake like you're sick and to test the person to see if they really care about you, if they're gonna show up with a bowl of soup, Would they call within the next hour and say, wow, I know you're sick. Do you want me to bring something for you? Do you want this? Do you want that? These are the things you need to know to test people out. Sometimes people might say they care about you, they love you, and you have to make sure that people really walk in the walk, and things like that, You have to do that. I always believe in that. I always believe that you don't get married to somebody until you get sick, number one. And number two, let's say if you happen to get laid off from a job or you don't have money for something and you and that person in a sexual relationship, you guys happen to start being together, you see it dating. These are the things you have to test people first before you open up your body, your energy, before you give these people a number. A lot of people talk a lot of talk. I've seen a lot of people over the years, coming up. A lot of people talk a lot of big game and stuff. They'll promise you, they'll say this, whether it's a man, so now you meet a man promise you all kind of stuff. So they meet a woman too. A woman says she'll give it the world, she'll this and that. And it's not really for the woman to give the man the world. A woman's job is to make sure and have a man back. She's like his advisor, confidant, things like that. So whenever somebody come around you and these trusts are broken, you make it hard to want to trust the next person. And that's how it is. So sometimes, guys, anybody come into your life, you have to test them. You have to put them through the ringer, because it's a lot of fake people out here. There are a lot of people in this world will talk a lot of talk, but when it comes into action, you have to test them, and I believe in that 1,000%. I don't let people come in my space like that. I'll put them through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's just life. A lot of people will talk that talk. They love you. They care about you and all that shit. But sometimes they're weak. They're weak emotionally. Sometimes people might be easy to influence, That's the worst thing you ever want. You don't want to have a woman or a man always assuming stuff, A lot of people like to assume stuff in their head most of the times. And half of the time they be wrong. They don't have a clue. Sometimes that person might even really have the time and the energy to want to go through most of the explanation. And so sometimes the communication lines might be blurred sometimes, and we might assume stuff, I have assumed certain things in the past and I was wrong, and I had to learn from that years ago, So that's why I don't assume things when coming to any type of relationship, whether it's just friends or something, a committed relationship, anything like that. So you have to always make sure, because you do not know people. Some people just pop up in your life and they'll talk all that game and stuff, and then when you look at them, you say, well, you might be having a mental health case on your hand. All these things. Some people just hide certain things from you, in life. And then all of a sudden, they just, the spring stuff, and you start to see people behavior. It scare you sometimes. Sometimes some people might scare you. Everything might be going good, and all of a sudden, a person might just scare you. You start to see certain signs. Wait, you start looking. Yeah, that's how life is sometimes. So that's why I believe in always testing people first before you bring them in a core inner space, and around your family, your friends, and all these things before. And sometimes if your vibes, I always tell people, listen to your gut, listen to your inner gut. Your gut will never leave you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Your gut will never leave you wrong. So if you're feeling something you're not sure about that person, whether it's a man or woman, follow your vibes. So you could save yourself time and money and energy, and that's how life is. So I believe in that, always testing people out along the way, because it will save you time, money, energy, all these things. We have a lot of all kind of people in this world right now, people going through all kind of problems right now in this world. And some people are good at camouflaging their behavior. They'll put on a good front. Some people will put on a good front. So you have to be able to have good intuition. You have to be able to see through that person, that camouflage. And some people might miss it. But and that's why sometimes you might need to get a reading. It ought to be from me, but from somebody reputable, or things like that. If you know something is wrong, or if you're missing something, you can't put your hands in it, but you're feeling it, something is wrong. Yeah. So that's how it is sometimes, and you always want to be private. You want to make sure, and you don't want to have somebody who always easy to influence, somebody who talk too much. If somebody talking other people business, somebody come into your life and that person gossiping and talking other people's stuff, is obviously, that person could be talking your business. As much as they're saying they don't talk, no, I'm just talking to people, they're talking. So all these things too, you want to judge somebody honor, you want to see if they are no friends, if you realize the person don't know set of friends, all these different things, why you don't know set of friends, if you had a certain age in your life, you have no set of friends, or something wrong, why you don't know set of friends, different things like that. Sometimes some people might want to move by themselves, some people might be loners, because they get burned in the past. We can understand that. But sometimes too, you have to look at these things also too. Some people might blame everybody but except themselves. So all these things you have to look at. So this is just a quick learning experience that you guys could comment about. That sometimes you have to fake certain things to test people, to see where their head is at, where their mind is at, see how they're gonna react. And then if they react a certain way, you know damn well, what, you made the right decision, because in your heart this person wasn't equipped to handle you or handle different things that you might have you might have already done, seeing you and this person could have been living together, being a family in the near future, all these things. You can have something, you meet a man, sometimes you already don't know. You feel something like, what, this is the man here. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes the man might just say certain things and he might just fuck up. And that's it. Same thing with a woman also too. You see a nice, sexy woman, you understand what I'm saying? A nice woman, nice sister, or whatever race you are, whatever culture, background, creed and race, it don't really matter, because we don't care about that here. And yeah, you just connect, you have a good connection, you're vibing, everything going nice, smooth, and you have to, you're testing out the person to see where the head is at, where the mental health is at. And especially now, mental health is big, so you have to make sure and see what people's mental health is at. And some people are good at camouflaging certain things, so you have to be able to see through that quick, you have to be able to pick up on it quick. Certain signs, certain things will bring out that person, So, because it's so much things going on in not just here in America, just around the world. People going through a lot, So you have to know to weed out the wrong people, to get them out, get them away from you, So I definitely believe in that. And if you guys could comment on it, if you guys have tested people out many times to see if they're gonna mess up, because you're already giving them the benefit of the doubt. Because I always believe in giving people the benefit of the doubt. A lot of times with me, because I have this gift, I already just know about the person. But sometimes I just try to want to be wrong. I don't like to be right all the time. And nobody's always right. I mean, including myself. I'm not right 100% all the time. But a lot of times, within a few minutes, I could already tell that this is not going to work. But sometimes, you just want to give it a benefit of the doubt. Give that person some time, don't write them off so quick, Like back in the day, I write you off within 10 minutes, But, as time go by, you got to give people a chance, You got to give them a chance. I believe in that, giving people a chance. Yeah, but that's some people straight up, you don't want to give a chance. You don't even waste not even a minute. So all these things we gotta look at, guys, before you let, whether it's a friend, whether it's a relationship or anything, you don't just open up to people. You don't start sharing your life with people. You watch the person, how they're moving, watch how they're talking, watch how they swag, watch how they be talking about people, watch and see they're very judgmental. All these different things before you let them in any space. You don't open up to people like that, because remember, you do not know these people from jack. Some people just pop up. You might meet somebody online, social media, and the person just pop up in your life and they're talking a good talk. But then after you start to see certain behavior, make you question them, and say, oh, you had to walk, you had to wiggle yourself out of that situation, So you guys could comment if you have if you guys happen to wiggle yourself out of situations where maybe you might end up in a situation where you can end up with a stalk on your hand, you can end up with a crazy post on your hand, or anything. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I would like to hear, So peace, love, and blessing. I hope this one makes sense, and you guys will be hearing more from me soon. All right, bye.